Hey everybody, this is Mel Mann, and we're confabulating. I've got Luke, the rebel without a clue, and KC and the Moonshine Gang. We're here confabulating and mind meandering about Father's Day. KC's going to lay something on us here.
Well, I don't have nearly the adventures that you had. Mine were very tame compared to what you were able to share with us. And I really don't remember much before the first grade. And we moved around the country a little bit because my father was in the military, the United States Marine Corps.
You were a brat.
And I was a military brat. And we moved around a lot. We were in Norfolk, Virginia. And that's when I really things start coming to memory for me. Is I can remember where we lived at, and it was almost like a housing complex. And I don't know if it was designed for the military, for the Marines, or for the Navy, or for the Marines and the Navy, because when we were at Norfolk, it wasn't really a Marine base, it was a naval base. I guess my father was assigned there to protect the naval soldiers. But no, he'd go out at sea on a ship with the Navy. He was assigned to a ship at that time. I do remember when Hurricane Hazel came through. Now, that is a long time ago. He went out on the ship. They don't leave the ships in port.
Yeah.
They take them out.
Because they get beat up, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. And I was thinking, this is crazy. Why would you go get on a ship during a storm and go out in the water? You know, it was scary to me that, he's going to be on the ship during a storm. I thought he was going to ride right off into the storm or something, but I guess they go out into some waters that are protected or out completely away from it. And then I can remember going to the naval base a few times with him. I can remember going on a submarine one time. I guess they let me go down in it, And
wow.
And it was scary to me. It was too. I was claustrophobic. I mean, I didn't realize it until one day he put me in the MRI. But it was very, very. I mean, I was a little kid, and it would still feel very tight. I mean, like
anxiety.
That would make you claustrophobic.
Yeah, so I think right then I decided I would never be in the Navy. I can remember, him. He was a very strong figure. Wasn't a very big person. I mean, he was like 5'10", 175 pounds maybe. But he was, at that time, he was imposing to me because he was a Marine. He was a drill instructor. He was, he had been a drill instructor prior to that. Now he was assigned to a naval base. But he raised us in a disciplinarian way, I mean, like everything was kind of cut. He was a place for everything and everything in its place. You put something up, you borrow something, you put it back where you got it from. Oh, yeah. If you use that and get it dirty, you clean it before you put it back.
Did you have to stand for inspection?
Well, just about it. I mean, every morning you woke up and you first went to the bathroom, you brushed your teeth, you combed your hair, you wet your face, made yourself presentable. You didn't roll out of bed and come strolling into the kitchen rubbing your eyes. By the time you got there, you were spit polished.
Right.
I mean, that's what
presentable.
Yeah, you did. You had to get yourself prepared. And I mean, you didn't walk in there grumpy either. You walked in there, I wouldn't say necessarily cheerful, but you didn't come in there like I see kids nowadays come in there. And breakfast was always ready.
Yeah.
And,
Mom had to toe the line too, right?
Yeah. Well, she was raised that way too. Yeah. I mean, or not raised in a disciplinarian maybe so much, but she was raised to where
orderly.
Yeah, and you ate breakfast first thing in the morning, and you ate your noon meal, and then you ate supper, and everything was pretty precise. I mean, you didn't vary a lot. We never stayed out and come home at 9 o'clock at night and ate supper. I mean, supper is usually by 5, 6 o'clock. We ate supper. And supper for all y'all out there is the
that's right.
Last meal of the day.
The last meal of the day.
I've learned my lesson well.
Except for the midnight snack.
Oh. How did that affect you? I mean, are you anything like your dad?
I'm totally opposite of that. I'm not a person. I get through with something and I'll leave where I got through with it. Oh. And my wife hates that. And she'll put it up. But, and she'll put it up somewhere. But the bad thing about that is she doesn't know where she put it.
And you can't find it.
And I can't find it. If she had left it where I had left it, I could find it. I could leave something in a bizarre place and go back to it. Kind of like a dog hiding a bone. If you mess with it, I'll never find it again. Our life was pretty simple. And the other thing, one of the early memories is they told us to go to bed one night because it was Christmas Eve and we all had to get in bed. And I went to bed, and I guess I'm somewhat of an anxious person, and I couldn't sleep, so I came. We slept upstairs, so I come slipping down the hallway to the edge of the stairwell, looked down to where the Christmas tree was.
Uh-oh.
And Mom and Dad
Oh, boy.
are down there. They didn't see me. I never told them. And they're putting presents under the tree. And I had a little fire truck that you rode in that somebody else pushed, or it had pedals too.
Right.
I had one of those. Yeah.
Had ladders on the side,
Yeah.
red, little bell on there.
Oh, yeah.
I would give anything to have it now.
It'd be worth a lot
Oh,
right now.
God. Well, it would be worth more to me for the memory,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
But I saw that. Oh, man, it's going to be a good Christmas. And so
You weren't traumatized? Because
now I went on back to bed.
I did destroy Santa Claus for you?
No, well, it did. I knew there was Santa Claus was Mom and
The
Dad.
jig was up then. huh?
Yeah, and I was thinking, I see some kids now that are 10, 11, 12 years old, and they're still believing in Santa Claus. And I'm thinking, wow, I was probably 6, 7, and I done figured that out. And I can remember after that, it's like I had so many adventures on that little fire truck running around apartments at Norfolk because they had a sidewalk all the way around. Like the whole block was a series of these 2-story apartment buildings. They were all common. I mean, they
all
looked
connected.
Yeah, they all looked exactly the same. And I can remember you'd have to take turns, but for me to get little Johnny to push me around, I'd have to let him ride in there, and I'd have to push him around.
That's right.
But I mean, we made many laps around that little quad there.
But y'all wore out, which is good.
Yeah, but see, that's no excitement like what Mel had, and then from there we moved down to from Norfolk we moved to Opelika, and then my memory starts getting even better. But I mean, my father was there, but I mean, I don't remember him ever doing anything that was
Monumental?
Monumental, yeah, it was just mundane. I mean, we had a pretty normal life.
How about vacation? Did you take vacation?
No, I
No
hardly ever
vacation.
was on a vacation. The only vacation we took was going from Norfolk to
I don't remember one myself.
Opelika was a pretty neat little town at that time.
Yeah.
Now it's nowhere where you'd want to raise a family.
Yeah.
But we had some wonderful times there. But
You had your dad a long time.
yeah, I did. I was lucky to be with him for a long time. But more of my memories go later. But I really don't have time to go into all that. But that's the early years. So we'll talk about the others.
The
some
lost
other time.
chapters.
Yeah.
There's always some of those. What'd you call your dad?
Well, when I was a little kid, I called him Daddy, but it wasn't very long thereafter I started calling him Dad.
Dad?
Because it just sounded funny for me to say Daddy. I think my sisters called him Daddy all their lives.
Yeah. I think I did too with mine.
I called mine the fear of God.
You called him the fear of God.
Well,
I think we're getting close to another, into this segment here. We're going to have to back up and head out just for a few. So we're going to make a sandwich and come right on back. We can tabulate a little bit more.
bring me one too.
Yeah, make an extra.
Bring us a sandwich back. A bacon on mine.
Here too.